Did you know that the far side of the moon is completely hidden from Earth and may hold secrets we've only just begun to uncover? When we look up at the night sky, we always see the same face of the moon. That's because the moon is tidally locked with Earth, meaning it rotates on its axis at the same rate that it orbits us. As a result, one hemisphere always faces Earth, while the other remains forever out of sight. The mysterious far side. But calling it the dark side is misleading. It receives just as much sunlight as the near-sighted S, only dark in the sense that we didn't know much about it, till recently. That is, humanity has only ever seen one side of the moon. In 1959, the Soviet Luna 3 spacecraft became the first to photograph the far side. What it revealed shocked scientists. It was vastly different truffer, more cratered, and lacking the smooth seas we see on the near side. For decades we had only images. But in 2019, China's Chang'e 4 mission made history by landing the first spacecraft on the far side. It deployed a rover called U-22, which is still exploring the surface today. And what they found was even more surprising. The far side is not just a barren, lifeless rock. Change found strange substances in lunar soil, including mysterious glass beads and a type of rock not previously found on the moon. Some scientists think these materials came from deep beneath the moon's crust. If so, they could hold clues to the moon's formation and evolution. It all started billions of years ago when a Mars-sized object known as Theia crashed into the young Earth. Most of Theia was destroyed, but some pieces broke off and merged with Earth's orbit. Over time, these fragments cooled and hardened into what we know today as the moon, but the far side remained molten for hundreds of millions of years afterwards. And it's possible that some of this magma was blasted onto the surface during later impacts. One theory even claims that the far side is a giant impact crater. According to this idea, something huge struck the moon so hard it punched through to the other side. Evidence for this comes from the South Pole region, where rocks appear to be folded and pushed up like a giant pile of crushed velvet. So why is the far side so different? Is it truly a battle between Earth and Theia? Or did internal processes cause the two sides to evolve differently? We don't have all the answers yet, but there are plenty more missions to come. While there are no current plans to put humans on the far side, robots will continue to venture there in the years to come. For now, though, you can still explore it for yourself in Google's 3D moon map. Just enter moon into the search bar and click View in 3D. You can zoom in to see mysterious craters and vast plains named by the Chinese after legendary emperors. Scientists aren't sure if any of these features are truly alien in origin. But one thing is certain, there are no signs of life, for at least none that we know of. The far side of the moon may be a barren, lifeless rock, but it's a fascinating one. And as we learn more about it, we'll undoubtedly uncover new mysteries of our own. So the next time you look up at the moon, remember, there's an entire side you'll never see from Earth. But it might just be the key to understanding how our closest cosmic neighbor came to be. Now it's time to make your voice heard. Leave a comment and tell us what you think is on the dark side of the moon. And don't forget to like and subscribe for more space mysteries. It's been called the dark side of the moon, shrouded in mystery and myth. But what really goes on over there? Is there anything out there at all? When we gaze up at the moon, it appears as though it's winking at us from across the cosmos. But the moon isn't actually winking. It's merely rotating on its axis. And thanks to some gravitational nudges from Earth, one side is permanently turned toward us, while the other remains perpetually hidden. Call this the far side of the moon, or the moon's backside, or the moon's rear. Okay, maybe we need to come up with a more creative nickname, because we tend to use these terms interchangeably, regardless of whether we're talking about a person, an animal, or an inanimate object. But when it comes to the moon, this is especially true. However, calling it the dark side is misleading, because this part of the moon isn't any darker than the near side. It's just that it's in a constant state of darkness relative to Earth. Since no part of the far side ever gets to see Earth, no human has ever set foot there, and very little is known about what's going on over there. Our first glimpse of the far side came in 1959, when the Soviet Union's unmanned Lunar 3 spacecraft became the first ever to photograph the hidden side of the moon. But even these historic photos only showed a small portion of the moon's backside. According to NASA, the photos revealed a surface that appeared rougher and more heavily cratered than the near side, which is covered with vast, dark, flat expanses called maria or seas. The term Maria was applied by early astronomers, who saw these dark areas as being similar to the appearance of the sea on Earth. Maria are vast outpourings of ancient lava that formed billions of years ago. For decades, the far side remained just that, a mystery lost on the far side of our closest celestial neighbor. That is, until 2019, when China's Chang'e 4 mission made history by becoming the first spacecraft to land on the far side of the moon. It deployed a rover named Yutu-2, which has been exploring the area around the landing site ever since. According to a recent article from How It Works magazine, the Change 4 mission discovered strange substances in the lunar soil, including a type of glass called microtectita. These tiny beads are thought to have originated from deep beneath the moon's crust, having been ejected during a large impact event. Scientists think they may help us learn more about the moon's formation. But perhaps the biggest surprise was that the impact that created the Monsella crater also sent material flying onto the far side of the moon. It's possible that this event, which occurred billions of years ago, may have played a major role in shaping the far side of the moon. According to a paper published last year in the journal Geophysical Research Letters, scientists used data from the Chang'e 4 mission to create the first ever map of the subsurface material on the far side. They discovered that the top layer of regolith, or loose rocky material, is just 6 feet thick. Beneath that sits a layer of solid rock that's about 66 feet thick. Even deeper, they found a third layer of unconsolidated material that's similar to the regolith. But why does the far side look so different from the near side? There are a few theories out there. One idea is that the far side was heavily bombarded by asteroids and other space rocks in the past. After all, the moon doesn't have an atmosphere to protect it from incoming objects. And without the stabilizing influence of Earth's gravity, the far side could have been reshaped by these impacts. Another theory is that the difference between the two sides is due to internal processes that have cooled the moon evenly over time. So far, we haven't found any evidence of alien structures or secret bases on the far side of the moon. But we have found evidence of something else, namely ourselves. Last month, researchers from Columbia University announced that they de-discovered human-made objects on the far side of the moon using high-resolution satellite imagery. All told, they found 57 pieces of debris left behind by the Soviet Union's Lunar missions from the 1960s and 70s. In the coming years, the far side of the moon will become even more familiar. In addition to the Chinese and American missions already exploring the moon, there are plans for new robotic explorers and even human outposts. For now, the far side remains an enigma, but that won't last for long. In the meantime, if you want to learn more about the moon, be sure to check out our channel. From the bizarre reason why the moon sometimes appears blue to the incredible story of the moon landings, we've got you covered. Now it's time to ask you a question. If you could explore any part of the far side of the moon, where would you go and what would you do? Let us know in the comments below. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like and subscribe, and tap the bell icon to get more videos like this one.
Thanks for watching.